Good morning, students. So today topic is elastic moduli. So this is a mechanical properties of the solid chapter, intermediate first year, video number 3. So elastic moduli. We know that according to Hooke's law, the stress is directly proportional to strain. That is, the stress by strain is equal to constant. This constant is called elastic moduli. So here these elastic moduli, especially in the mainly three types. One is Young modulus, symbol capital Y. Second one, bulk modulus K. A rigidity modulus or shear modulus eta or capital G. So this is the mainly three types of the elastic modulus. So here I am taking the first one, Young modulus. So what is the definition of the Young modulus? Here I am taking the definition: within the elastic limit, the ratio of longitudinal stress to longitudinal strain. So what is the ratio here? The ratio of longitudinal stress means tensile stress by longitudinal strain. Here I am taking the definition: y is equal to longitudinal stress by longitudinal strain. So that is, here I am taking for example, so this is a one wire. The initial length of the wire L, one end is supported to rigid end. The second end, the force, stretched force is acting on a cross section capital A in the downward direction. When the stretched force F is acting on this area, what happen? The length small l is a changes. How much length will be increases? Delta L length will be increases. So this is delta L is equal to E is equal to elongation of the wire. So what is the final length? L plus delta L. So in this case, in this wire, longitudinal stress is equal to force per unit area. We know that. And what is the strain? Change in dimension by original dimension. So that is here delta L by L is equal to E by L. What is the delta L? The delta L is equal to elongation. So I am taking E by L. So finally Y is equal to F by A delta L by L. This is a longitudinal stress by longitudinal strain. So that is Y is equal to FL by A delta L or FL by AE. So this is a Young modulus of any wire you can calculate by using of this formula. And what is the units? What is the units of the Young modulus? So y is equal to stress by strain. Y is equal to stress by strain, but here stress is having the units Newton per meter square. What is the strain? There is no units of the strain, so I am taking the cross mark. So therefore y is equal to Newton per meter square is equal to Pascal. So that is stress and elastic moduli and Young modulus all are equal to same units and same dimensional formula. So that is m1 l minus 1 t power minus 2. And here second point, so I am taking one wire. So sometimes the radius is given. Suppose the 2 kgs or 5 kgs mass is hanged with respect to wire, their wire radius is given. How to calculate Young modulus of the wire? So this is a formula. We know that y is equal to F by A L by delta L. So what is the F? The force is acting on this mass mg by what is the area of the wire? Pi r square L by delta L. So therefore y is equal to mg L by pi r square E. So this formula you can calculate Young modulus of a given wire where their mass is given, sometimes radius or diameter also is given. Next point, let us take two wires. So A is a one wire, B is the another wire. So the first wire length L1, second wire length L2. First wire area of the cross section A1, second wire area of the cross section A2. First wire Young modulus Y1, second wire Y2. So the force is acting F1 and F2. So we know that what is the Young modulus? Y is equal to FL by AE. So here two wires is given. I am taking the ratio Y1 by Y2 is equal to F1 by F2 L2 into L1 by L2 into A2 by A1 into E2 by E1. Sometimes the two wires ratios is given. So by using this formula, I can calculate every ratio of the Young modulus. Sometimes the force is equal, this F1 is equal to F2, cancel. Sometimes length is equal, L1 by L2 is cancel. Sometimes area of the cross section or radius or diameter is equal, A2 by A1 is equal to cancel. Sometimes elongation is same, E2 by E1 is cancel. So in the questions given a conditions, okay, that condition you can using, so this is a very good relation. So here A is equal to wire. So A is equal to area of the wire is given. So what is the wire? Pi r square. So therefore A is proportional to r square. So in this case A2 is replaced by r2 square. A1 is replaced by r1 square. So next one. Suppose the volume of the wire, volume, especially volume of the wire, their force is constant, Young modulus also constant, same wire. Okay, two wires, same volume, same force, same Young modulus. What is the extension? E is proportional to L square. Okay, which is having the more length. So that is the more expansion. That is E1 by E2 is equal to L1 square by L2 square. And next one, YDF. So that is the Young modulus, and density of the wire is given sometime. Force is constant. These all are equal of two wires. In this case, elongation is proportional to L square by M. So L square by M. So length and mass is depending. Next one, determination of the Young modulus, Searle's operators. Searle's operators. So according to Searle's experiment, you can calculate determination of the Young modulus of a given wire. So here first I am taking the description. So this apparatus consists of two metallic wires, A and B. These two metallic wires is the same wires, that is a y1 is equal to y2, that is Young modulus both are same, and at initially same length, that is L1 is equal to L2, and initially same radius, that is R1 is equal to R2. This A wire is called as reference wire, B wire is called as experimental wire, and A wire is connected to 1 millimeter. So what is a millimeter here? Their capital M is equal to 1 millimeter scale is there. And B wire, experimental wire, is having one vernier scale. This vernier scale is having one pointer. This pointer is indicated the value of the vernier scale. And this A and B is having two pans. So in the pan A, okay, it is having some weight. Their pan B, I don't know, this is unknown weights, So this is a complete description of the given a experiment. So what is the procedure? So first you can calculate initial length. Okay, first you can calculate initial length. So you can calculate what is the length of the experimental wire, initial length, and what is the radius of the experimental wire. First you can calculate, write this L and R value. So now second point, so in these two pans A and B both are same weight. Suppose 1 kg 1 kg is placed. So when 1 kg is placed, these wires is give the straight. Okay, straight. So therefore now their vernier reading will be calculated. Now this experimental wire, their mass will be increases, that is 2 kgs increases. You calculate vernier scale reading. Now 3 kgs is increases. You calculate vernier reading. So when the weights will be increases, this experimental wire is stretched, that is elongation. The pointer is moving downward. It is moving downward. Their values will be changes. So in 2 kgs, 3 kgs, 4 kgs, you can calculate V2, V3, V4 vernier scale. So this is complete load will be increases. Now the load will be decreases. 4 kgs is removed. You can calculate another vernier scale reading, that is I am taking V4 dash. And 3 kgs is removing, V3 dash you can calculate. 2 kgs removed V2 dash, 1 kgs V1 dash. So when the load is increases, you calculate vernier scale reading. The load will be decreases, you calculate decreasing reading. After, here I am taking first serial number. So this is a mass, okay, capital M, mass, and vernier reading. Here I am taking vernier reading. So in this vernier reading, I am taking the two boxes. So one is load increasing, another is load decreasing. When the load is increasing, what is the vernier values? And here average values, I am taking average value. Finally we can get elongation. Finally we can get to elongation small e, and this is a m, so you can calculate m by e. So this is the experimental setup. Okay, so that is here. For example, initial weight, okay, initial weight 1 kg. Okay, so their vernier reading, for example, 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters, suppose 2 kgs. So what is the here 2.2 centimeter and 3 kgs. So what is the load is increasing, what is the reason? 2.4 centimeters. Okay, like this. And there 3 kgs will be removed. So what is the value here? 2.4 centimeter. And 2 kgs is removed, I am approximately 2.3 centimeter. And 1 kg is removed, I am taking 2.1 centimeter. So this is an example. After taking average, what is how to calculate the average? 2 plus 2.1 by 2, so that is a 4.1 by 2, finally 2.05. 2.05. So you can calculate all average value. So this is average is equal to elongation small e. What is the elongation? 1 point here 2.05. What is the m? 1 kg by e value. So 2.05 you can calculate m by e. So therefore we draw the one graph. Okay, we draw one graph here, x-axis and y-axis. So on x-axis you can taking delta L, that is elongation values, and y-axis you can taking capital M. So this is the center, so this is a graph will be shown. Okay, the linear graph. Here in this one we draw one point on x-axis and y-axis. So this taking, this is a slope, their average slope, okay, the average value of the slope of m by e is equal to taking, m by e is equal to taking. So what is the Young modulus formula? If m by e is calculated by using this formula, GL pi r square by m by e. Okay, so where g is equal to acceleration due to gravity, so 9.8, L is equal to initially recorded the value L, pi is equal to 3.14, r is equal to radius of the wire initially recorded. What is the m by e? This m by e value is given 2. So you can calculate all these value, you can get some answer. You can get some answer. So this is answer is given the Young modulus of the experimental wire. So this is a Searles apparatus experiment. So by using this experiment, you can calculate, determine Young modulus of any wires. Second one is bulk modulus. So bulk modulus, so what is the symbol? Here I am taking the BRK. So here what is the definition of the bulk modulus? B is equal to, within elastic limit, the ratio of volume stress by volume strain. Within the elastic limit, the ratio of volume stress by volume strain is give bulk modulus of a given material. So here I am taking one example. So this is a one object or solid. Okay, the solid initial volume V. So now this solid or object is placed inside of a water, or fluids, what happen? So their volume will be, so here their force will be acting like this. The force is acting, always the force is acting in the normally, always this is a force. The force is acting on this object. What happen? The volume of the materials here, it is a changes. This is a final value, this is the final value. So what is the final volume here? V. Okay, so V minus delta. So what is, how much change the volume? V volume will be changes. So therefore here, how much volume stress is acting? Volume stress, that is delta P. So the force is acting per unit area normally is called volume stress. So is equal to hydraulic pressure. Hydraulic pressure, I am taking delta P, and volume strain. So volume strain is equal to delta V by V. Okay, the origin change in volume by original volume, I am taking minus value. When the pressure is increases, their volume will be decreased. So therefore, what is the bulk modulus? B is equal to volume stress delta P by minus delta V by V. This is a formula. Or B is equal to minus V into delta P by delta V. So this is a bulk modulus. So if we know that the NA1, okay, delta P, the pressure, or volume stress, and volume is given, you can calculate their B value, that is a bulk modulus. So what is the units? So what is the units? So their strain, there is no units, only stress is units. So therefore bulk modulus is units Newton per meter square or Pascal. So what is the dimensional formula? M1 L minus 1 T minus 2. So M1 L minus 1 T minus 2. This is the dimensional formula of the bulk mass. So therefore their dimensional formula also equal to Young modulus or elastic constant, that is a rigidity constant, and stress all are equal. So this is about of a bulk modulus. The reciprocal, next point, the reciprocal means reverse. The reciprocal of bulk modulus. The reciprocal of the bulk modulus is called compressibility. Okay, so here their compressibility, so K, compressibility K, so K is equal to 1 by bulk modulus. Reciprocal means reverse, 1 by bulk modulus, so K is equal to 1 by V, so that is minus 1 by V delta V by delta P. Okay, in this one the dimensional formula will be reverse. So the newtons, what is the units? Newton inverse meter square. Newton inverse meter square. This bulk modulus is applicable solids, liquids, gases. In the solids is a bulk modulus is more, and the liquids is less, and gases is very less. So that means their compressibility in the gases is more, their bulk modulus will be less. So in the bulk modulus is explained solids, liquids, gases. In the solids their bulk modulus is very more. The solids only Young modulus is there. In the liquid and gases there is no bulk modulus, but in this one bulk modulus is having a solids, liquids and gases. Third one, modulus of rigidity. Modulus of rigidity, capital G, or shear modulus, or shear modulus. So here what is the modulus of rigidity? Same, within elastic limit, the ratio of shearing stress by shearing strain is called modulus of rigidity. So what is the formula here? There, shearing stress means F by A, F parallel force by shearing strain is equal to X by L, or sometimes delta X by L. So that is F by A into delta X by L. So here I am taking one diagram, I will explain. So this is a one cube. Okay, this is a one cube, A, B, C, D. So when the force is applied here, this is a force is applied at the C. Force is applied, what happened? This A point is moving at this point, A dash. The C point is moving at this point, C dash. So in this case, what happened? Their object, their A is displaced. So this is a is a displaced. How much displaced? I am taking delta X or X. So this is a length L. So making angle theta. So this is a C. Here also some theta. When the force applied on the upper, so this is called tangential force. So the shearing stress is acting F by A. Force per unit area, F by A is called shearing stress, and shearing strain, how much change displaced of the upper surface, delta X by what is the original side length, L. So that is called shearing strain, delta X by L. So therefore F by A by delta X by L, FL A delta X. So what is the units? The units also same, that is Newton per meter square. And what is the dimensional formula? M1 L minus 1 T minus 2. So this is the dimensional formula, and sometime their formula G is equal to F by A theta also I can write. G is equal to F by A theta. So what is the theta? Shearing strain is equal to theta. Sometimes theta is indicated, there theta is indicated, shearing strain. So that is F by A into theta. So it is only solids can exhibit shearing, only solids it is a exhibits is a shearing. Next one, Poisson's ratio. So we know that according to Hooke's law, the stress is directly proportional to strain. The stress is directly, that is the stress will be increases and the strain also producing in the one direction. But here in this strain some radius will be changes. So here I am taking one example. So when the stress is increases, the strain also changing, but is not exactly proportional to. So due to this reason, another elastic constant of the materials will be described. So that is another elastic constant is called Poisson's ratio. So generally the stress is directly proportional to strain, always is a proportional. So sometimes in the one elastic one dimension it is not explained exactly, not proportional to stress and strain, another elastic constant will be required, that is constant is called Poisson's ratio. So here I am taking, so here this is a one wire, so this is a one wire, I am taking the one wire stretched by a force along a length. Okay, so this is the length of the wire L, so this is a diameter D or radius small r. So when the force is applied, what happened? So where this rod will be, thickness is very small, thickness will be reduced, thickness is reduced, that is a radius r minus delta r or d minus delta d. What happened? There is a thickness, for example 2 centimeter, after the force is acting it is a 1.5 centimeter, the thickness or radiation will be decreases, but what is the length? Length will be increases L plus delta L. So therefore the lateral strain is acting. What is the lateral strain? The ratio of lateral strain is acting. So that is the lateral strain, means the ratio of change in radius or diameter to original radius or diameter, that is minus delta d by d or minus delta r by r, change in diameter by original diameter, lateral strain. And the longitudinal strain also there, longitudinal strain, change in length by original length, delta L by L. So therefore in this one their lateral strain, in this one lateral strain is directly proportional to longitudinal strain. Lateral strain is directly proportional to longitudinal strain. So that is, so here I will write their lateral strain is equal to sigma into longitudinal strain. So that is, sigma is called Poisson's ratio. Sigma is called Poisson's ratio. What is the Poisson's ratio? Sigma is equal to, finally, Poisson's ratio, lateral strain by longitudinal strain, lateral strain by longitudinal strain. So sigma is equal to minus delta d by d by delta L by L. So what is the units? Units of the sigma. Sigma, there is no units. No units. Important. Sigma Poisson ratio, no units, and there is no dimensional formula. No dimensional formula, because both are strain by strain cancel. But in the theoretical limit, it is having some values. Okay, in the theoretical limit, what is the value? Minus 1 to 0.5. But in the practical purpose, you can taking generally between 0.2 to 0.4. For practical purpose, here some practical purpose we can taking the, what is the Poisson ratio value? 0.2 to 0.4. Elastic potential energy. So here let us take one wire. So this is a one wire. The wire is stretching. The wire is stretching. So when the wire is stretching, so in this one the restoring force is acting. A restoring force will be developed. When the wire is stretching, the restoring force will be developed. So some work is done against restoring forces. This some work is done against restoring forces. This work done in form of wire is called elastic potential energy. The work done in against restoring force, against stretched force, is called elastic potential energy or strain energy also. Strain energy. So here I am taking the direct formula, that is a strain energy, that is elastic potential energy, W is equal to 1 by 2 Fe. 1 by 2 Fe. This is a 1 by 2 Fe. So where F is equal to force, E is equal to elongation, and another one there 1 by 2 stress into strain also. Per unit volume, let us take volume also. 1 by 2 stress into strain into volume per unit volume, per unit volume. So here W is equal to strain energy or potential energy, stress by strain, stress by strain. And another some formulas, 1 by 2 stress whole square by 1 or 1 by 2 strain square into y. So these all formulas is using elastic potential energy. This is a stored in a wire elastic potential energy. Next, applications of elastic behavior of a materials. So here especially designing of bridges and buildings or cranes. So you about must knowledge of the elastic behavior of the material. The first one I will explain what is the importance of So important of elastic properties in bridge and buildings. So this is I am taking for example, this is a one bridge. Okay, so this is a one bridge. What is the length? Initial length L, and what is the breadth D. So when some vehicles is moving on this one, what happen? So this bridge is bending like this. Actually, due to of the weight, the bridge will be bending like this. So actually this is a position, so it is bending like this. How much bending? Depressions, delta is a depressions. So due to weight, so there W depression is there, some depression is there. Okay, so depression is equal to delta. So what is the depression in this one? Delta is equal to WL cube by 4BD cube y. So where W is equal to weight of the object, L is equal to length of the bridge, so B is equal to breadth, and D is equal to depth. So like this, breadth here and one is a depth. So when in this one, what is the condition? The increasing depth more effective. Increasing depth is a more effective than increasing breadth. Okay, the increasing depth is more effective in the increasing breadth is a very small length. So it is a very uses of the construction of the bridges and buildings. So by using of this formula, he constructed, that is the depth is very more, there is a no elastic behavior, is a long leave is a working. Second one, cranes. Okay, the cranes also. Okay, so the crane, so this is a one bridge, right? This is a bridge. Okay, so we know that some ropes will be hanged some cranes. Okay, some ropes is hanged some cranes. Okay, so when these ropes are lifting up the weights, so uses their elastic behavior will be reduced. So suppose one crane, so I am taking the one crane, so this is the one crane wire, is a lifting a load. So what is the load? AMG. How much stress is acting on this rope? The stress, compulsory the stress is acting, the stress on the rope is equal to mg by capital A. And preventive this permanent deformation of the rope, the yield strength preventive. Okay, you prevent to the permanent deformation, the yielding strength xy should be greater than the stress is acting. Suppose the yield strength is very less than to this rope, they are broken, so the weight is a freely falling, so therefore their thickness is more, so that is sy always is greater than to mg by A. What is the area of the or thickness of the wire? Always A is greater than to mg by sy. So I am taking for example, you lift to, this is a one wire, okay, crane wire, you lift to 10 metric tons, 10 metric tons. You lift to the 10 metric tons. What is the 10 metric? 10 into 10 cube kg, that is a 10 power 4 kgs, 10 metric tons. Okay, how many kgs you can lifting? 10 power 4 kg lifting with a crane. So what is the rope is made? So I am taking the rope is made with a milled steel, for example, milled steel. So here, so what is the minimum area of the cross section of this one wire? So the milled strip, so A is always greater than 2 mg by sy. How much m? M is equal to 10 power 4, G is equal to 10, sy milled steel, their yield strength 3 into 10 power 8 Newton per meter square. Finally A is very greater than to 3.3 centimeter square. So to provide large margin of safety, the thicker wire of cross section, I am taking always multiples of the 10. So that is 3.3 centimeter square into 10. So that is a 33 centimeter square is used. So how much is used? 33. So wire taking multiply 10. It is a large margin of safety purpose. You can safety purpose always is a factor of the 10. So therefore 33 centimeters A. What is the area of the cross section? 33 centimeters square of the area of the cross section of this wire. It is a very safely. But what is the radius? Radius of the wire A is equal to pi r square. So that is 33 centimeters square by pi r. I am taking the r square. Finally r is approximately 3 centimeters. So the radius of the wire 3 centimeter. Okay, it is a very better, it is not broken. But in this single wire, suppose the 3 centimeter single wire is not possible, not flexible, because it is a practically rigid body, or rigid rod. 3 centimeters is very high radius, so it is give the rigid rod. So therefore practically it is not using. So it is a ropes cranes thus made of the number of thin wires. It is a made of a number of thin wires. Okay, is a wrapped. So this is the first wire, second wire, third wire. These three wires is a wrapped like this. Different wires will be wrapped. So this is a very good is a lifting of the mass. So this is the examples or the applications of the cranes. Third one application, maximum height of the mountain on a earth. So on a earth I am taking very big mountain. This is a very big mountain. So when the mountain is there, we know that their mountain is more weight. So it is considered elastic properties of the rack. Let us take racks or mountain. What happened there? Force is acting, that is a stress is acting. So this is a stress, is a shear stress. The shear stress is acting always in a bottom. So this is a stress is very more. What happened? These racks is a collapsed. So due to that reason, how much height of the maximum mountains or racks, here how much stress is acting in the bottom? So there shear stress is acting on the bottom, h rho g. I calculate height minimum. What is the minimum height of the mountains? So shear stress is equal to h rho g. So here some racks. What is the racks? This is the racks is materials. This racks materials shear stress 3 into 10 power 8 Newton per meter square is equal to h. What is the rho? Density. Density is equal to racks 3 into 10 cube kg per meter square. G is equal to 10. So finally h is equal to 3 cancel, 10 power 8 by 10 power 4. Okay, so that is 10 power 4 meters. So here 10 into 10 cube meters, so 10 kilometer. So what is the maximum height of the rack? It's only 10 kilometers. Suppose their mountain is 12 kilometers height. Mountain is height is 12 kilometer. What happened? The shearing stress is acting on a bottom is more. So therefore these rocks is a collapse, is a freely falling on a earth. So therefore, for example, in the Everest, okay, we know that the highest mountain, we know that Everest. What is the height of the Everest? Approximately maximum height 8.9 kilometers. So therefore this 8.9 kilometer below the maximum height of the mountain on a earth. So therefore it is a very safely. Fourth application, pillars or columns. So use pillars and columns is very common in the building and bridges. So especially in the buildings or bridges, you can using the pillars. So which shape is very better there using of the pillars. Here I am taking the two pillars, one is a rectangular like this, another is the edge shaped like this. Okay, here edge shaped like this. So we know that very well which pillars are using in the bridges, construction of the bridges. I think this is a mostly using. So what is the reason when here some the bridge is there like this, the force is acting. Okay, the less force is acting in this one, less force is acting in this one, the more force is acting. Okay, so in the rounded, okay, so this is called so rounded, rounded, okay, ends, the rounded ends is a support more loads. This rectangular is having the less loads, therefore the rounded ends is using of the construction of the building and bridges. So because it is the cost and long period, reliability and usual of the material, so therefore which is better is using a rounded ends is used, we construct the bridges. So this is the end of the mechanical properties of the solids. So thank you one and all.